Hello, hello. Ah. Right. What do we got? I will wait just for some confirmation of viewers, if I get any. So, been watching streams most of the day, and they're so cool. It's so encouraging to see everybody getting on, spreading the love, and yeah, it's a good time. But it is the end of the month, and therefore I think that it's a good idea just to have a look at the charts, see what's knocking about. And normally at the end of, if you're looking on the hourly, when you're getting the next candle close, next candle opens, and normally there's a little bit of volatility before the next hour starts. It'll flicker about and find a kind of level. Hey, cheers, buddy. Then if you look at the 4 hour, the same thing will happen when the next 4 hour happens. There'll be a bit of volatility. Same on the daily, same on the weekly. So at the end of every month, generally speaking, we get this like volatility happen. Right, so I suppose we'll look at for Bitcoin for now, and bring up some business for the Bitcoin USD pairing, which will be that one. So I was thinking at one stage that it was possible that we'd end up coming down and filling the CME gap, and it still might happen. But those of you that saw my last stream, I saw a correlation between the COVID dump that happened around here, that we found support back then on this trend line. When we broke it, it became resistance, and after this big rally up that we've had, it's just funny how it, when you put that trend line in, we've ended up finding support at these areas. So I'm curious to see whether we'll end up coming down and doing a 23,685 just to fill the gap of the CME. But not sure. We are below the 200 EMA, so we are officially in a bear trend. There's a little tiny bit of hidden divergence here, bullish divergence, just starting to happen there. If we are indeed in an upward, like reversal upward trend, but I can't say for definite that we are. So where we're going with that, I don't know. That's what I can see from there. VPVR, we'll go back to somewhere relevant, say where we ended up taking the. Let's get rid of the hash ribbons because we don't need them there now. Give us a bit more space, and I'll make my screen bigger for everybody. What do we got? Peter, hey, hello mate, good to see you. Yeah, so the MACD is looking pretty healthy. We've got the crossover there. Excuse me. Let me just have a swig of this, and then I might wake up and get into this. Yeah, so the VPVR has given us a lot of buy orders. So as the price ends up coming down here, we end up getting bounced back off with all these buy orders here. As soon as we break this price, and we have if this month ends up coming down and closing below this, so which is really tonight, UK time, and then 5 hours. Well, you guys in America about 5 hours before us, so we could end up getting a close. And if we do end up getting a close below here, I'm going to be fearful for this month for us to end up coming down and seeing this drop. But if we can get a close of today's price action above this trend line, particularly now where this point of control is, that's what they call the biggest candle, where we've got orders. These are your buy and sell orders. So this biggest candle that we've got here is called the point of control, and that is also where the price is at the minute. just below it. Let's just do a measured move from the point of control to where we are. So we're about 5% roughly, 4.8% below the below there, which also is where the cloud starts of the Ichimoku. But if we can end up getting some bullish moves today and closing above this line, that means that we're going to be in the next month, and then the volatility starts. So tomorrow is going to be a good time to do a live stream as well. I didn't even know I was going to do a live stream until about 20 minutes ago, and I thought, yeah, I need to do it. Those of you that are watching, go on to my YouTube channel and check out the new Doodly video that I've just done on bearish divergence. So divergence is something that can be quite confusing for those of us that don't know about it. And those of us that do know about it, once you get it, the eureka moment hits, and then everything all starts to fit in. So I've decided that I was going to do 5 videos. The first one was going to be on bearish divergence. The second video was going to be on bullish divergence. Then the third video was going to be hidden bearish, then hidden bullish, and then the 5th video that I was going to do was going to be like this, where I've got the green screen and I've got the charts, and then we could do some TA, where we're actually live looking at different charts where we can see all of those 4 different types of divergences playing out. So at the minute we've got 1 of 5. 1 of 5 came out earlier on today, so be sure to go and check that video out, because it's pretty good and pretty exciting. And the software that I've bought to do it, it's quite user friendly actually. It was good fun to do. I enjoyed using the characters, and yeah, it was fun. But it took me about 4 or 5 hours to do it, and I had to keep recording my own voice because I was like splurring up and things weren't hitting right on the timing and everything. But yeah, it's good fun. So the first 4 videos are going to be like that kind of cartoon style video, and I haven't seen anybody else use that in TA, and I think it's very what's the word I'm looking for, like interactive, because you're forever looking at the screen and there's things going on and the hands drawing and everything. Thanks, Peter, that's cool. Hey, Chris, hey, love the video. That's good, man. That's good to hear. Yeah, so there we go. So yeah, so just going back to the charts then. Yeah, that's what I can see. So essentially, if we can stay above this area today when we close, then I can see us just going up the way and eventually through the cloud and then breaking up. And then as soon as we break the cloud of the Ichimoku, then I'll feel, then we've obviously got this big area here of no orders, which will probably end up starting to get filled up as we do it. But the next area there is where this big line is on the Ichimoku cloud, again, where you got this big candle coming out here. So hopefully if we can get to here, then we'll have this big kind of from sort of there, here in this hole, from there all the way up, we should have like 15 to 20% increase without any resistance, so that's what I'm looking for, which would be good. Peter Hewer says, I would like to see a close above 35.5k, which would take us to, let's get the horizontal line and see, so we'll just get a ray at 35.5, which is approximately there. I agree, which is where the point of control is for the VPVR. It would be perfect if we could, and I'll just change the settings to that so that we can see it and that it's more visible. Let's go for white, that will stand out. And so line is white. Let's make it a bit darker, and there we go. So yeah, so that is actually on the VPVR, so I agree there, Peter. In fact, I could even just be really anal, go to coordinates and actually type in there V500. Actually, it was 355, wasn't it? Because you wanted the $500 in there as well. There you go. And there we are. We have actually got the exact amount, which is right underneath it. It's perfect. Yeah, I totally agree. But if we're going to do that, then today we need to all chip in and become one big whale. If all of us just turn around and buy Bitcoin now, we might make a dent. What do you think? Do you think we've got enough money between us all to do a little bit of an Elon Musk? Yeah, so that's it. So we got that sort of 5% to go, which isn't undoable because today we're already down. So all we need to do is just get back into neutral territory. Yesterday was a really good day for the altcoins. Let me just move my camera, guys. Hang on a sec, so that I can change my other monitor and get it to where I want it. Hang on a sec. There we go. And then this monitor I can have kind of there. There we go. Right. Yeah, so yesterday was a really green day for all of the altcoins. Going to the dominance chart, we saw that we ended up getting a bit of a comeback down. That'll be for me. I'd like to see that for a little while, a little bit more of the dominance drop in, just so that we can have an opportunity to buy more altcoins. Can you do a quick TA on Ethereum? Yeah, of course I can, bro. Yeah, so the dominance comes down. So doing I'll tie the Ethereum into this dominance point here is that obviously Ethereum's the second largest currency, coin market cap, so it has a massive bearing on this Bitcoin dominance chart. That if you were a big holder in Ethereum, then you'd want to see the dominance ideally coming down, so that you could cash out on gains before it goes up. Yeah, okay, so let's go to Ethereum and have a look. I know that you're in the States, so we want Ethereum USD. As I scroll down, you can see that I don't do Ethereum too often, but I have got it on here. Ethereum Bitcoin, Ethereum Pound, Ethereum Dominance. That's worth looking at sometimes. Algorand. There is method to my madness. Why haven't I got it there? Have I just totally missed it? Let's have a look. I've got it, but I've got a bits now. I don't know why that is. Alright, let's try again. I use the same one because there's chances I've got some drawings on there from previous TA. No? Nope. In that case, I will get rid of that one and I'll bring up the Ethereum Bitcoin. Ethereum on Binance. And then I'll feel more comfortable. More comfortable, lad. There we go. Okay. And it goes back a little bit further as well, no doubt. Yeah. Okay, so let's get rid of the Ichimoku cloud, because that's not really telling us much at the minute. The Tankan's over the Kijun, showing us a bearish signal, so it would indicate that we're going down. But as we look at this, the VPVR is showing extreme strength there. So, if we do end up coming down the way, I see good support here at that mark there, which is about 1824. Will give us some good support. And if we go back, there isn't any kind of support history. Last time we had the highs, we never went as high as we are now, so we haven't got any previous kind of support and resistance that we can draw in to say, yeah, there is around the area, apart from the obvious, here, and kind of where we are at the minute. So, that was resistance, and now we're above it. So as long as we don't drop below it, I can't see us dropping below 1815. But then the moves up from there would be quite exciting. Let's just pull that down. Zoom in a little bit more. Let's get rid of that. I had no idea I was going to do this live stream. Otherwise I would have prepared a bit more on certain things like this. Let's go from there to there for now. Go that way. Right, okay, so 12% up to there, and then if we do end up going down, well, we've already got that figure there that I mentioned earlier. I'm just looking to see if I can find something a little bit. If I go down to the 4 hour and see what we've got going on there. And we'll get rid of him because he's just messy. And let's just come down and see what we got. What do we got? Let's see if anything lines up. if we bring the if we go from, sorry guys, just want to get that. See, if you don't get the body right, then it doesn't line up properly. So I want to get the body of the candle, which is going to be at the top just here. A spanner. Yeah, I want to go from there. So I feel that's a local to the bottom of there. What's more relevant, do you think? Yeah. There. Seeing if the local fibs and the bigger fibs, if they're lining up. There isn't really a lot telling us on them, so I'll just come away from those and not bother with them. But the on the bigger time frame, if we're just going on the daily, then we've got that 12% rise up to the next point, which is going to be the 23.6, which is 2,388. Again, the point of control is not too far off of that. So, and obviously we've got where the point of control is. We had a couple of candles here where it gave it some problems, and again here it struggled to get through it on this day, and then ended up blasting above it. And now we'll approach that. I can see resistance around there. I think we might break the 23.6 or the 23.6, and then bounce off of that line just there. Can you do that? Was great. I can't watch too live after mass. Okay, mate, that's cool. I understand. Okay, there we go. That's it, really, guys. I can't see anything else. Does anybody want me to look at anything else while I'm here? Otherwise, I will go back to. Let's just do. Let's go to Chili's, because I know somebody else wanted me to do Chili's earlier. But you see, there is this chance with a lot of the altcoins all looking the same kind of. They're all looking like this. We had that big run, and then we've got this kind of channel that we've got going on here at the minute. And you know, at what point does if it is a bull flag, or a bull pendant, at what point does a bull pendant turn around and say, well, it's no longer a pendant, instead it's just a squeeze of Bollinger Bands and a consolidation time, a time for consolidation? If you remember going back to where Bitcoin was last year, for ages, I mean, there was about 4 or 5 months where we just in that bear market. Is it going to give it me? No. How bizarre. Coinbase, I was going to say, Coinbase should have it. Yeah, down here. So, say from December 18th all the way through to April. So, we had 4 months. About 4 months of just complete sideways movement. And that wasn't a bear flag. You know, it didn't come down, go along, and then come down again. So, yeah, at what point does it stop and turn around and not become a bear flag, a bull flag even? So, a bull flag or a bull pendant, normally you get a big spike up, could be 1, 2, 3 candles high on a daily, and then you'd have some sideways action or slightly, slanting downways. So if I get the trend line and show you, yeah, you'd end up like this kind of thing going on. Guess we could do a parallel channel. Arguably, you'd take it from the wicks or not. I don't think that was a wick there. I think that was a body. The fact that it was green shows me that it's a pan. There you go. So if I go there, and I don't take into account the wicks, just go to that top of that red candle there, go to there on that green, to that green body just there. So that means that can come down a little bit. And yeah, this goes for all of the altcoins really, is that this goes for all of the altcoins in that you would go from body to body. like that. Yeah, and that essentially, if that just keeps tightening, then we'll have a breakout to the upside if indeed it is a bull pendant or a bull triangle or a bull flag. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for that to rise up, but a lot of the altcoins are showing this same pattern. But this is against Bitcoin. So if I go to Theta against Bitcoin, we've got the same kind of thing going on. Arguably not as downwards, but you've got this uprising and then sideways action, and then it kind of just doesn't do anything. I did a video on Theta about I don't know, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago here, saying it was a good time to buy because obviously the Ichimoku cloud was saying that it was, and now it's obviously broken down, and I'm hoping that this is going to sort of come back up here and close today in neutral territory, back in the green. Yeah, so that's that. Anybody want me to do anything else? Hey, we've got some more people. Thanks, brother. Have a great stream. Thank you. Yeah, no problem, buddy. Where is your resistance? 2331 Ethereum. Okay, Peter, let's have a look. Ethereum again. We should be down at the bottom. Good to see you, Andrew. Good lad. Andy, good lad. Can you fix it? There we go, mate. Let's let it load again. Sorry. I don't know why my computer's running so slow. See what I mean? I don't have anything else running in the background that let's see what else I've got going on. Just give me a sec, guys. Just come out of here. Is there anything else taking up my GPU? Nope, that doesn't need to be there, but there's not a lot. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so okay, Peter, 2331 2331 2331 2331. There you go. So yeah, so the only reason why I would have sort of said about that is just looking at the VPVR. There's obviously being down here is irrelevant because it's nowhere near where we are. So I'm kind of bringing up the VPVR, the visible range, from kind of here. So if I just bring that to there, then that'll give us a. In fact, I can just make it a bit nicer for us and bring it down here. I'd say that's probably the local. Yeah, I don't need that. And then I can stretch it up a little bit, and then we can see what we're doing. We'll get rid of the Ichimoku now because that's not really showing as anything positive. Yeah, so I'll hide him. Just get rid hide him, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll actually bring in the bands and the RSI. See if there's anything showing there. See what I mean? I've just put the one RSI up and it's one more. But okay. Right, so the point of control is down there. So I would say that the resistance for it, just go to there. The resistance is is there, which is 2100, which is pretty much where we are. And you said 2331. You're asking me, where is your resistance? 2331. So if I just bring up a horizontal line there, 2331. Let's just do it. It's going to be easier in here if we do that. 2331. Okay. And looking at history. And just bringing these boys out again, see what they're saying. Yeah, that's what I would have said. I would have said at the 23.6, which would have been around about 23.68. 23, yeah, roughly around about that. Just from the point of view of that, I reckon that we've got a lot of support here. I can see that clearly, that there's a lot of support for obviously from here and here. Obviously we bounced off it here. We've got all of these orders here, so I can see a lot of support there. Just looking for divergence, seeing what we got. Depends where we're going to close. So there's nothing hidden there that's worrying. But there isn't any sort of bullish divergence either happening. So we've got that bottom there, and then that bottom there. I don't know. Maybe you could argue and say that there's bullish divergence from there to there, you know, but not a lot. Yeah, so I'd say that there's your support, resistance coming in there, and then if we can break it and close above that today, being obviously the closer candle for today being the monthly close, if we can close above that, I think that'd be fantastic for Ethereum, and if Ethereum can do it, then it'll bring in a lot of green for the rest of the alts. But I don't know. This is what I was saying. Like, fundamentals are so important that you can look at the charts, but if you don't know what's going on in the fundamental world of crypto and different assets, then you know the charts can turn around and tell you one thing, and then all it takes is a tweet or someone to buy some, and it makes a big difference. And that's what happened, I think, yesterday when we got this big candle go up. Is what's his name? The points for the whoever can put it into the chat first. The football player. Who's the football player that bought a load of Bitcoin? Can't remember his name. Him and his missus. And it was that ended up pushing the price up. What's his name? Come on, guys, help me. Let me Google it. What's the guy's name? This is just embarrassing. Right, okay. I can embarrass myself. I'm not ashamed. You know, big boys and all the rest of it. Okay. Look at this. How to set up green screen on Zoom. Well, I'm doing it. Yeah. Okay. Football player and wife. Oh, it's just embarrassing to word it that way. By BTC. But come on. That's what pushed the price up yesterday anyway. Oh, if I spell it right. Yeah. That was it anyway. Alright, let's what's the guy's name? Can't believe this. Nah, forget it. I'm not going to keep you guys bored. Right, anything else? Anything else that I could put on? I've still managed to somehow keep you 6 viewers watching. So I don't know what it is that I'm doing that's right, that's kept you going. Maybe you're just laughing at me. And that's, again, I can take it. But what else do you want me to look at? So let's just go back to Bitcoin for a sec. So we've got this squeeze going on with the Bollinger Bands. And normally you'll get a squeeze. That's what they call this squeeze. And then after the squeeze, you get the bulge. And that's where the volatility comes in that the distance between the bottom line and the top line ends up being short. Even here, when it was rallying up, it was still a squeeze to the point of the volatility between, or the distance between. If I show you the trend line, say between that part of the how's the best to do this? Yeah, between that part of the bulge and that part of the bulge is huge. Then you bring that to here, all the measured move. I mean, it just doesn't compare. So after you've had a squeeze, you then get this. You end up having a big bit of volatility, whether it's to the upside or to the downside. And you know, that's what we ended up happening here is we got this squeeze, and then it ended up you getting this volatility where the top line and the bottom line of the Bollinger Bands end up being really wide. And now we've got this sideways action where we're just bouncing off the top. We're still under the 20 SMA of here, which is bearish, short term. Again, I'd like to see a bounce off of here. Peter here, your view on the BTC dominance. If it closes above 50%, then all USD pairs will increase. I don't trade BTC pairs, only USD. Yes, I think it's very important that we stay on the on that path. When Bitcoin's dominance starts to change, and we end up going up back into Ethereum dominance. That's like I was saying. If ever anybody wants to look at Ethereum and see what it's doing and how it's trading, this is actually really powerful. This it's ETH.D in just up here. Let you see it, ETH.D, and then that'll give you your dominance. And then that's like the Ethereum dominance in comparison to all the others. So that can be quite powerful, and it looks like we're having a bit of a change there. So that's quite a bullish point, is that we ended up closing above the 20 SMA, and now we've got a green candle on the 20 SMA. So that is actually bullish. That's good. Going back to Peter Hughes' dominance chart, the normal Bitcoin dominance pairing. Vivenna, I'll come to you in just a second, buddy. Peter, your view on the BTC dominance. If it closes above 50%, then all USD pairs will increase. Yeah, I agree. I do agree. I agree massively. I think that, I do. I think that everything will end up increasing because this is a misunderstanding with the Bitcoin dominance, is that, you know, people think, as soon as Bitcoin starts gaining dominance over the other coins, that the other coins are going to bleed and everybody will move over to Bitcoin, and your fiat value of the your fiat value will decrease because everybody will be going to Bitcoin, and that is just simply not the case. What ends up happening is, if you can think of the Matrix, where you got Neo, and he sort of goes down and then he flies up in the air, and as he goes up, you got this vortex, if you like, that follows him and pulls everything up. Well, that's what ends up happening with Bitcoin, because as soon as Bitcoin gains dominance, everyone knows Bitcoin, and therefore, because people are excited that Bitcoin's going up, then everything else ends up going up with it, because people's confidence goes up. So it's not that they're tied to Bitcoin in any way, it's just the confidence in crypto market, in the world of crypto, ends up going up. And if people are confident in it, then they'll put their money in it. They'll put their dad's money in it, their mum's money, their grandma's, their best mate's grandma's. Everybody's money ends up going into it. And especially if it's something that they know the fundamentals on the coin or whatever, then the altcoins will end up going up with it, especially those in the top sort of 20, 30 of coin market cap. They gain confidence and go up with it. But it's all the other coins, all of the the crap coins. They're the ones that will end up struggling to keep up with with both Bitcoin and some of the top 20 market cap. Would it be safer to buy more Ethereum or Bitcoin at the moment from investing? Wow, what a question. That's a really difficult one, buddy. First of all, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just something that I enjoy doing. Do you know? You hear YouTubers say, I'm not a financial advisor, and I can't give financial advice and all the rest of it. But I've never heard a YouTuber turn around and say, I'm a professional finance advisor, and this is my advice. I've never heard of anybody. So it's like everyone's saying that they're not financial advisors, but not one person has said that they actually are financial advisors. And I'd love to actually meet one, because I don't even know if they exist. I suppose if they did exist, they'd say, well, stop buying Bitcoin or Ethereum. No, trade safe. No trade is safe, said Skane. This is true. That's exactly what I've just said, actually. It's delayed, buddy, so I've only just got that message come through. Actually, I think isn't it? Yeah, this is it. Sign into chat. If I go into the live chat and open up a browser, it'll come up on that screen probably. Yeah, here we go. Right, so now if I bring that over to here, I can keep my eye on the chat, and it'll be a little bit quicker rather than the delayed version that comes up in my thing. Hey Grace, would it be bad to get your license? What, to be a financial advisor? No, I think it'd be great if it's something that you want to do, you enjoy that sort of thing. But a financial advisor, I don't think would come onto a live chat or I'll have a YouTube channel and start advising people to trade in currency pairs or in Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency, because with trading pairs like forex or or cryptocurrency, you don't know what's going to happen because fundamentals play a part. My TA sometimes has been so on point that the point where I've entered and the point where I've exited has just been incredible, like to the pound. It's been spot on at times. And you say, and when I've heard people say that TA doesn't work, it's an impossible thing to say TA doesn't work, because it just does. But you can't account for fundamentals. If Elon Musk, who knew that he was going to tweet and say he wasn't going to take Bitcoin anymore, or before that when he said that he was and Tesla was going to do it, nobody knew that he was going to do that, and then all of a sudden everything went up. But the charts didn't show that was going to happen. There was no divergence saying that it was going to change. There was no head and shoulders pattern saying that to say that he would do it or anything. Nothing. So came. This is 1996 and we are on IRC. Hits came with a halibut. Grace, you've deleted your message again. Why do you do this? You give a message and then you delete it. So I can't keep up. Right. Okay. So yeah. So that's so I haven't answered your question, Viva, about the about those two cryptocurrencies. Which one would you invest in? My answer, if someone had a bullet to my head and sort of said, right, I want you to invest money for me, I would split it half and half. I would have half in Bitcoin and I would have half in Ethereum, and then my feet are in both camps, and I'm more likely to win out in the end rather than going one into each, into only one of each. That's what I would do if I was going to do it, as a long-term hold. If you're going to hold it for the next 6 months to the end of the bull run, if indeed it does end up not becoming a super cycle where it just doesn't come back down again, which has never happened in history. But if that, it has been speculated that will happen, it will just continue and we won't get the big retracement. If we do end up just keep going up and up and up and up, then I see Ethereum. I mean, I was talking to Mama Jamma earlier, Bad Mama Jamma, and he and I was sort of saying about what's the what currency do we see? I think it was him. What currency do we see being used more? Is it going to be Bitcoin or is it going to be Ethereum? And I think Bitcoin is going to be more of a gold where people are going to invest, hodl, and then just keep it there for long, for decades. And it's going to be handed down to the grandkids and whatever, and it's just going to be like a family heirloom. I think Bitcoin's so rare and that its scarcity and it's just too rare and too valuable to be trading in. So yeah, I think that'll be like a gold. I think Ethereum, for those of you that don't know, Ethereum can go down to how many ETH does it go down to? I can't remember. There you go. when you consider that Ethereum goes down to 0.00000000000, I'm just going to breathe in, 0.000000001 ether, then you turn around and say, how can Ethereum be worth $2,110? How can it be worth that when it can be devised that many times? And then you look at other coins, and you know they might have like 10 billion coins out there or whatever. Well, that's not 10 billion. You know, the amount that Ethereum can be switched down on, which tells us that Ethereum has got a long way to, you know, it can go on for a long time. I was looking the other day on my live stream, and Kame helped me out on it as well, where we got the calculator out, and we was trying to work out how much $1 was in Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is too high now in its valuation for 1 Satoshi to equal $1. It can't do it. So the lowest down it can go is about, I think, something like 1 Satoshi is something like 3.5p or 3.5 cents. But Ethereum can. So which one's going to be a current currency? Which one can be a currency? If you're going to go and use it, you know, to use it to go and speak to go and get your shopping. You know, let's say you say to your kid, go to the shop and get some bread and milk, and at the minute you say, you know, here's $10, go and get it, or whatever. You'll say, you know, here's my phone, or you know, go and pay for that. There's X amount of Satoshis on there, whatever. But if Bitcoin does end up going up to the 500,000, 500,000, or a million, then you can forget using it as a currency, because it can't be divided down. Divisibility, it won't go down to pence. It won't. But with hyperinflation, maybe nothing will ever be pence again. Maybe pounds and dollars will become the new pence with the inflation that's happening with the stimulus money they're printing off. I don't know. But I do know that when you look at about the decimal places that it can go down to, 18 decimal places, Ethereum can go up. It can go up to the price and the market cap of Bitcoin and beyond, and still be able to cater for places in the third world, like, well, you know where the third world is, I'm afraid. Yeah, it is what it is. Tony, I like that idea too. Cool. Cool. Yeah. So when I was first getting into cryptocurrency, XRP and Bitcoin were the two ones that I was looking at, and I decided to do that. I thought, okay, I'm going to buy a load of Bitcoin. I'm going to buy a load of XRP, because I didn't know which one was going to win out. One was for the banks and the governments and centralized, and the other one was sort of decentralized, off-chain. You know, not blockchain, of course, but off the books kind of thing, and can't be traced and all the rest of it. So I thought I'd stick one foot in each camp, and you know, I win out in the end. And then I ended up moving it around, and then I ended up learning how to trade, and now I just put everything into Bitcoin, and you leave a bit in some altcoins for a long-term hodl, and I've got a little trading platform, and I just trade. And then every time that my trading portfolio goes up to something where I think, yeah, that's good money there, I'll stick it onto my hard wallet, and I keep doing that and stick it onto my hard wallet. And that's the way that I go about things. What about emerging cryptos came? Okay, so emerging cryptos. So Harmony One. Harmony One is a great project. They are all about artists, music, and yeah, Sony are heavily involved with them as well. So Harmony One, I think, is a good up and coming platform. Let's just go to CoinMarketCap and have a look. And you know, Dogecoin is actually really safe. If it'll take a lot to hack it, whereas a lot of the other ones you know, you end up getting the fear mongering that, you know, some of these can be hacked or whatever. But actually, Dogecoin is actually really, really, really safe. So whilst it's only a meme coin, yeah, it's a powerful, safe coin. It's just funny, isn't it, to watch it go from, you know, down on the hundreds and then come up to 6. Just proves that fundamentals, like, it's kind of going against what it was that I was saying earlier about fundamentals being important, is that if Dogecoin can make it, then anything can make it, right? Obviously Cardano, let's just go down a little bit. Solana, I think Solana's going to do great and going to keep moving up. I'm really, really disappointed and surprised about Litecoin. I thought Litecoin would have moved by now. I thought Litecoin, but it hasn't. If you look at Litecoin versus, I mean, nobody talks about Litecoin anymore, yet it's on just about every, you know, if somewhere accepts Bitcoin, then they also accept Litecoin and Ethereum. It's kind of like on the banner. And yeah, but Litecoin, it's just done horrendous. It is absolutely done horrendous. If I go to the monthly or the weekly, I'll leave that to think about it. I don't know why my computer's running so slow. So Harmony 1, Polygon's good. Theta, obviously I've done a couple of streams on Theta. I think it's great. I think ICP is going to do well. It got its Binance listing, I know, month ago. So that's good. I think as Bitcoin, if we do end up getting this big drop and we end up going into stable coins, I think that DAI will end up moving up there. Aave, I think Aave is good. Algorand's my favourite coin. Marsh Islands, the SOV use that. So yeah, I like Algorand. I'm only mentioning the ones that I actually own, by the way, guys. Maker, I've got Maker. Waves is a naughty coin. Waves is naughty. You can make a lot of money with Waves. When Waves goes down and you buy some, you just gotta wait, and it ends up going up. Then you double your money. Take it out and wait for it to go back down again. It literally is like a wave. It goes up and down, and it's just, yeah, incredible. I do like Waves. I've made some good money on Waves. Chilies, I've got a bigger stash of chilies than I want, but I'm a believer in it, and I could, yeah. So Chilies is good. Engine's good. What else have I got? Harmony 1, which I was talking about earlier. That's good. OMG, it goes all over the place, but yeah. And then yeah, and then, you know, the ones that will end up sort of like 50x in, 100x in and stuff, they're the ones that are down on the hundreds of market cap. So I own a little bit, and I'm on about a real small amount of Safe Moon and Fire. What is it called? Fire. Got a little bit of that, little bit of Monica in my life. Yeah, in my trust wallet, Bonfire and Safe Moon and Atari token. Why? Well, somebody came to me and said, Tony, have you heard of Bonfire token? It doesn't instill confidence to me, but they know the developers and said that it's gonna rip your face off and do really well. So I bought some. So I ended up, you can buy like millions of the things and it doesn't cost a lot. So I just got a little tiny bit in there. And Safe Moon, similar sort of thing. And Atari token. Atari, I grew up on the Commodore 64 and the Atari. So, they're big names. So whilst they're on the, in the hundreds, I don't know what Atari is. Atari. So Atari is ranked 434, but they're Atari, right? So I can only imagine that they'll do well. But it's only because they're Atari that I've done it. That's the only reason. It's just sheerly because of who they are. Why I've got some. Safe Moon is SAFE Moon Safe. Safe Mon. SafeMoon. There we go. SafeMoon is ranked at 205, and I think it's like that. Bonfire, there it is there. That's ranked 2,911, which is, it's not something that I would go into. But if you don't hold any of those really sort of low down market cap, mid cap, and then really long down on the list market caps, then you don't get the chance to have money 100x'd. So you need to be down there to get the 100x. But if you put your money into those, like a big percentage of your portfolio, it's just gambling. And I'm not a gambler. So that's why I've only put like a couple of percent in the other, in them. So it's not a lot. And this is a long-term model. If it goes to nothing, I don't care. One of the other ones will 100x. So yeah, that's my situation and spec on that. Speculation King. Okay, cool. Any platforms for buying other than Coinbase? I want to spread my dollars out. Okay, so this is Vivenna. Where are you? Are you in the USA? Come back to me and let me know what country you are in. Coinbase is it's a little bit of a problem because Coinbase obviously they're safe. They were owned by Barclays Partner Finance, or partners with them up until Brexit. So Coinbase, they're authorized and regulated by the FCA as far as I'm aware. Got to run, Tony. Great video. See you soon. Thank you, Peter. Thanks for joining us, mate. Good to interact with you there, and thanks for your support. Top man. So Coinbase, they're a regulated body, but the problem is most of the coins once they're listed on Coinbase, or Coinbase announced the listing, that's when everybody buys, and then it sort of stays stagnant, and then just carries on going up with the rest of the alts as alts go. So you want to get onto coins that are not on Coinbase yet, and then wait for the Coinbase listing to be expressed. And then that's when it goes. So if you haven't done it yet, then you need to learn. Yeah. Okay. So you've got Binance, haven't you, in the USA? I'm fairly certain you got Binance. I know you got Binance because it's Binance.com. So Binance is a great place to go, and they've got a massive selection. But as you go down and like this, I'm going to use this Bonfire one, which I'm not saying to get Bonfire because I don't even know the fundamentals of the coin. I've literally bought it because a mate told me to buy it, right? Which is not the reason to buy a coin. So please, if anything, I'm saying stay away from this coin, all right? But I'm going to use this coin as an example. Is that because it's ranked so far down on CoinMarketCap, major exchanges like Kraken, Bitfinex, KuCoin, Binance, Coinbase, etc. They don't have these because they're too far down. So the only way that you're going to get them is by going through some kind of swap, and add it to using MetaMask. So what you'd have to do is you'd have to buy Ethereum, change your Ethereum from Ethereum coin to Ethereum smart chain, and then from the Ethereum smart chain you end up using a swap, MetaMask, to end up doing like a transfer or conversion from your Ethereum to your new coin, and that's the only way to get into these real low market cap coins. So you say, what's the best way of doing it, or whatever, or which one's best? Have you heard of Trust Wallet? Have you heard of Trust Wallet? Let me just bring up their. So there you go. That's the sign. It's like a shield. It just says trust. And this is an iOS, obviously this is iPhone. But if you're going to Trust Wallet, you can send over some Ethereum, and and do a swap on there. If you want me to do a video on how to use the swap, then I'll do a video. I'll get my phone and record and do a video on me buying some low cap market coins for you all. Okay, any other questions? I came on here live, guys. I've only got 6 viewers, and I really appreciate you staying with me. But how I started the video out at the beginning is I was saying that at the end of every hour, normally you get some turbulence with the candles, with the next candle that opens, and then same with the day. As soon as you get your day closed and you get your next day, you get your next candle, and there's quite a lot of turbulence. And at the minute, we're at the end of the month, so anything can happen right now with regards to the price of any of these coins, because we're at the end of the month. So I just wanted to do a little bit of TA, just so that it didn't catch people out. But this is what I was saying about Litecoin. Is it's just gone down. It just never stops going down. I use the pound, but so against the pound, great. It's gone up and it's done its retracement. But against Bitcoin, doesn't matter how far back you go, this just keeps going down. Look, we're going. Just bear in mind, guys. We're going back to 2015 here. Right, this is Litecoin. So 2015, 2013, up, down, up, and then it's just come down and down and down. So whilst everything else has gone up, Litecoin has just come down, and it hasn't done its move. It hasn't done its move. If we compare that to Ethereum, Ethereum's done this massive kind of cup and handle kind of formation, and sort of almost broke the cup and handle against Bitcoin. But Litecoin's just gone down, and I don't understand why. And I've been on the Litecoin forums where the Litecoin army are, and asked them, and all I get is a load of flack. And like, why are you coming in here asking questions? You know, stirring up trouble. I'm not stirring up trouble. I just want to know why Litecoin's doing so crap. You know. So that's funny. Nice, thank you, TY. Yeah, no problem. Cool. Is there anything else that anybody wants me to look at while I'm here? Anything else that you want me to look at? Okay, just while I'm here, and I've got some of you here, have you guys seen my new video? Because I have bought some software and done this funky video where it's all cartoon and the drawing. And if you haven't, then I'm going to stick it in the comments for you now. So sort of show you the Rocky. Those of you who haven't seen Rocky, he's amazing, and you should definitely check him out. Rockyoutcrop. But yeah, this is it. So this is the kind of thing that it is. So recommend that you have a look.
Finally, video 5 will be how to piece them all together in real life application. So, part 1, bearish divergence. Guys, please do like and subscribe to the channel, because this shows support for us, but it also means that you get more technical analysis expertise.
Yeah, so it's this style.
That is that bell notification, so you get notified for more tutorials. So, oscillators, what are they? Well, they're things like MACD, RSI,
anyway,
EMI, or
I'll let you guys watch it. I can like my own video, that's good.
But today we like to use
shame I can't subscribe to myself.
Now,
anyway, enough of that. Yeah, so that you should definitely go and watch that video, because it's a good video. Right, sounds like some angry little beans. I think you meant bees. Yeah. Okay, so with that, I think I'll hang on. How you're not using our fantastic demo from earlier in the week? No, but that would have been cool. That would have been cool. You see, I'm home now, and I've got my PC and everything here, so I don't need you. Mans don't need you. You need me, man. I don't need you. So you were a G the other day, and I really appreciated your kindness and help there, mate. Even though you were busy, you still looked after us, so thank you. Yeah, I'm not going to start giving lessons out on now, so that's that one. Leave there. Harmony 1, so that's another good one. But yeah, that's the MetaMask thing. Divergence thing's gone. And yeah, right, I'm going to go then. I'm going to say thank you because it's been an hour. Yeah, cool. All right. Kame, thank you. Peter, Vivenna, Grace. Who else we got? Bad Mama from earlier. Peter Hewer, he's gone. Chris K. Thought it was capturing. That's nice of you to say. Cheers, buddy. All right, guys. What's wrong, man? What's wrong? Is it because I said I don't need you? Mate, I always need you. I was like really tired the other night when I was doing that live stream, and then you came in and I was like, "Ah, my boys are here." So yeah, it's like, yo, one of the boys. All right, cool. Thanks, man. Grace, you too, buddy. Cool. I'm gonna go. I'll see you later.